Hello my loves, welcome yourselves back to another video on my channel. I was about to say a review video then, but this is not a review video. Today we are going to be talking about how I managed to save my really damaged hair. I'm going to be telling you all the tricks, all the steps that I took, all my favourite products that helped me get my hair back to life. This video isn't exclusively aimed at people with bleach damage. You could damage your hair from doing so many different things. So if you want to know how I managed to save my super duper damaged hair, then keep on watching this video. So as I mentioned briefly in my intro, I have been bleaching my hair for nearly 3 years now. I've been trying my hardest to get as blonde as I possibly can, but when your natural colour is like this dark at my roots, it is so difficult. So my hairdresser have been using like the really high percentage peroxides because they knew that my hair would be able to withstand it. My hair was super strong, healthy. Every time I had my hair bleached, it would bounce back really quick condition wise. Up until recently when I actually went in and like she was kind of facing me with the situation of if you don't have like 3 to 4 inches of your hair cut off, you will end up with a bob. So as you can imagine, my life literally flashed before my eyes at that point, but I ended up having to do it. So my first tip is super cliche, everybody says it, nobody wants to hear it, but it just is so true. Make sure you have a good, decent haircut. If your hair is becoming really damaged or like destroyed at the end, you've got loads of split ends, make sure you have your hair cut. I know everybody wants to have like super long and luscious hair, but it's just not going to happen if you've got a load of split ends going on. So imagine this is your one piece of hair. Your hair will split at the end and it will split and it'll keep splitting and going up, and basically it'll keep splitting up and up and up and up and up your hair until it eventually breaks off and you're left with really wispy ends. That's pretty much what happened to my hair. I didn't get a haircut for, I would say, near enough like 6 to 9 months maybe, because I just wanted my hair to grow. They do recommend at the hairdressers that you get your hair cut every sort of like 6 to 8 weeks. If you want to grow your hair out, maybe just leave it a little bit longer. Make sure you get your hair cut. You need a good base to start off with. You know, you wouldn't build a house on a broken foundation. You wouldn't put highlighter on if you haven't got any foundation on. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that I could explain it, but basically get a haircut. So once I actually gave in and I had a decent haircut, I then moved on to this next thing, and this is probably my favourite product slash thing to do out of all the things I'm going to talk to you about. I don't think people understand the benefits that using this product will actually have on you until you actually try it and then you see the results for yourself. I could tell you like 1,000,001 things that I like about it, but you will not understand until you actually try it yourself. This is also perfect for if you aren't really into spending a load of money on products, or if you are a little bit lazy like I am as well. This is perfect. You don't really need to do too much. It's not too high maintenance either. So the magical thing I'm actually talking about is coconut oil. You can use it for so many different things, but I'm not actually going to be talking to you about that today. I'm just going to be talking about hair. Super easy to get your hands on. You can pretty much pick it up from anywhere and it can be super cheap as well. You don't need to get like the super organic ones as long as it's extra virgin coconut oil, because you don't want one where it's got other things mixed into it. Like, it may be beneficial, but I would highly recommend just getting the raw coconut oil. What I do with this is I'll give my hair a good brush to make sure I get rid of all of the tangles, and then I will scoop out a little bit of this. Once I've scooped a moderate amount of coconut oil into the bowl, I'll put it in the microwave and just heat it up for maybe like a minute or so just to soften it and make it kind of liquidy. Makes it just easier to put through your hair basically. Normally I will try and do this every night before I actually wash my hair. I also tend to leave it on overnight because I want it to have the longest time to soak in, but you don't need to. As long as you leave it on for roughly about maybe like an hour to 2 hours or so, just so that it has enough time to actually soak into your hair and like reap the benefits of it, then you should be a-okay to wash it out afterwards. Once I've washed it out, my hair is so soft, guys. It just helps bring your hair back to like a better condition. If you do this over a set amount of time, you will see a huge transformation, like unbelievable. I will stand by this every single time. If anyone ever wants to argue with me about this, be my guest, hun, come at me. I will argue with you till the end that coconut oil has saved my hair. The next thing I wanted to talk about was more of a change that I made in my routine rather than like a product or anything like that. I noticed a change in texture of my hair when I had it bleached. When you bleach your hair, a lot of the time it can make your hair a little bit more tangly, and I'd never had that kind of tangliness before with my hair. Like, my hair was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I had mats and stuff like that in the back of my hair especially. The tangles were actually at their worst when I just washed my hair and I come out from the shower and I was getting ready to brush. So one thing that I did start doing was I got a wide tooth comb. This isn't actually as wide as I would normally use, but I haven't got my other one with me at the minute, and I'd get my hair into sections and I would brush from bottom to top. So I would literally start from the ends and be brushing like this really gently and just go slowly up the hair. So obviously when you're pulling your hair from like mid-length to end, you're then pulling and putting a strain on the rest of your hair, which will cause breakage, will cause damage. When your hair is wet, that is when it's at its kind of most vulnerable. I've noticed such a difference in the condition of my hair just from doing this like one tiny thing as well. It will help so much, I can guarantee. But yeah, just give it a try at least once and just see if you notice a difference. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about was products. Now, I know a lot of people say that you can't actually get your hair back to a decent condition if you're still blow drying your hair and using heat tools on it, things like that. And unfortunately, that's not realistic for some people like myself. If you have hair like mine, where it's naturally curly and also your hair goes really frizzy from when you bleach it, the combination of like that frizziness and that curliness just kind of makes your hair go into like a little bush kind of situation. I know that also people who have really thick hair as well, that can be quite difficult for you to sort of keep your hair under control. It's just not realistic to say that you can't use heat tools to manage your hair or anything like that. I would say from personal experience, yes, you can get your hair back to a good condition, even still straightening your hair and blow drying it every day. I definitely say you can do all of those things in moderation as long as you use the right products alongside. So that's what we're going to be talking about now. First thing that I wanted to talk about is probably one of my favourite brands for shampoo and conditioner. This is OGX. This shampoo is so good. Paired with the conditioner, amazing, beautiful. Your hair will feel like your hair has never felt before. Obviously, I picked up the coconut oil one. There are so many different variations of these. One thing that I will say is it's kind of pricey, but I think it is so worth it. Everything that I talk about, by the way, I will leave in the description down below. But yeah, like I was saying, this shampoo is amazing. It's super creamy, really nice. Would highly recommend, especially the coconut one. I'm not actually using the conditioner for this one at the minute because I did decide to give another brand a try. This one is the MAUI Moisture, I think it's pronounced, conditioner. This one is for the dry and damaged hair. Just give you a quick close-up. Yeah, dry and damaged hair. I also have another one of these. It's at my boyfriend's house. It's the blue one, and obviously guys, it is the coconut oil one. I love it so much. They both make your hair look and feel amazing. That shampoo paired with that conditioner, guys, we are on to a winner. There's also another conditioner that I used to really like using. I haven't got one of those at the minute because I wanted to try some other bits and pieces, but I'll put a picture of it on the screen. It is one from Bleach London. It's like a wheat-based conditioner. Really good. It's more of a mask rather than anything, not a conditioner really. It's like a leave-in, kind of do it once a week, but I used to use it every single wash. Those were the three main ones that have really stood out for me. I don't want to bombard you too much with like products because there are so many different products on the market. Everything will work different for everybody, but I'm just saying from my personal preference and from my like experience, those are the ones. So another type of product I would highly recommend that you use is a heat protection spray. This is my favourite one that I use. It's the Tresemme heat defense spray. You can get so many different types of these. It all depends on which is your favourite. Like, you guys probably already use that, but I just think it is so important. I know it can be so overwhelming to pick different products because there are hundreds of heat defense sprays on the market. But one amazing tip I was actually shown when I was doing my hairdressing apprenticeship to test how good the heat defense sprays actually are is to get the product, spray it on the back of your hand, and then actually get the hairdryer and blow dry the back of your hand and see if you can feel it. I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you think about it like this, if you can feel the heat that is coming out of the hairdryer on the back of your hand, imagine what it's doing to your hair and you can't feel it. Just saying guys, food for thought there. But just in general though, I'd say those are the staple products that you can actually use on your hair just to kind of keep it healthy, minimize the damage if you do need to blow dry your hair. Obviously it would be amazing if you can stay away from actually using the hair dryers and the straighteners and things like that, but obviously if you're in a position where you can't, like myself, then definitely incorporate some of these products into your routine. Also, I would definitely recommend incorporating any type of hydrating, you know, gels or things like that. One that I've been using recently, I got as a trial product. It's called the Bedhead Screw It. It's basically like a hydrating jelly. You just put a small amount of the jelly into your hand and then rub it through the ends of your hair whilst it's still wet, and then just carry on and do your normal blow drying routine. You can feel a difference in the strength that you feel in your hair and also the smoothness. It makes your hair just kind of go a little bit silkier. It goes all smoother. You don't really get too many flyaways. amazing product. So you guys, those were my main basic tips on how to save damaged hair. I hope you guys can find something out of the few things that I've told you about that works for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried any of these things, if these things work for you, or if you have any tips of your own that you'd like to share with me. I'd love to hear in the comments down below. You guys know the drill. I will leave a couple of other videos over here for if you want to carry on watching. I will leave a link over here to my channel in case you want to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have a super weekend, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!